Hi guys, welcome to Manhood Explained. My name is Camille and today is 9th of February 2020 and welcome to live number 44. Have you ever heard that being in love or have a crush on your girl, especially when you're married, later on it's not possible? That this crush that you had at the beginning is all you got, and from that moment in time it's just downhill. And have you ever heard that basically being in love with her, especially if you're long years in a relationship, is just not gonna happen. It's possible to do. And you see, I've heard it a lot of times, and I'm gonna tell you, I know, it's complete nonsense, and I'll prove to you why. Today is Sunday for those of you who are watching this from the recording, and me and my wife we planned this whole thing a few days ago, just to go this Sunday. It means today, go to our restaurant or the coffee shop that we like, and we thought about spending some time and eating donuts and just enjoying ourselves, and especially because today was the first sunny day from few days or since few days. I thought that's gonna be a brilliant time. So we went there, we spent time together, and had a lot of laughs and just spent a great time. We came back home, and the moment we were hanging our jackets, I told her, I looked at her basically, and I said, "I like you so much." And you've got to know, I say that to her over and over, just all the time. And sometimes she smiles, sometimes she hugs me, sometimes she tells me that she likes me as well, or something like this. But today she did something different. She asked me, why would you say that? What do you feel? What happens there in you that kind of makes you say these words? And it's interesting because I couldn't explain it. And I told her something that just popped up in my head as a kind of at least some partial explanation of what's happening. And I said that it's like you passing by the pet store and you just see this bunny which is always there, or some guinea pig, and you say, "Oh, this is so cute." Or maybe your neighbor has a kid, and he or she, you just see them and you say, "Oh, they're so cute." It's just like, ugh. That's exactly the same I felt. It's like you don't know why, you just feel this feeling, and what I learned to do is just to say it out loud, so she knows that I really appreciate her and I love spending time with her. And you see, I'm not the only one, because I don't know if you know, but there's a word, giggle. It's Gigil. I thought it was Japanese, but it looks like it's Filipino, and it means it means that let me just tell you what's the definition of it, because it's kind of interesting. Like a common one, it says that is the word is used to describe the overwhelming feeling that comes over us when we see something cute. Some other definitions say that it's about pinching things because it's so cute you just want to pinch it. The less common, just like more in-depth definition, says that it's gnashing or gritting of the teeth, along with trembling or quivering of the body, and tight gripping of the hands in response to suppressing and overwhelming emotions such as eagerness, pleasure, thrill, anger, or fondness. So it's like basically a physical reaction to what you feel. And giggle is mostly used for this positive one. And that was funny because I found this word like years ago, and this is exactly what I told her. Listen, I just feel giggle to you. This is what I feel. That's why I'm saying it. It's you cannot really explain it. It's just there, and you just express it. And then I start to think about this whole thing, because I've heard that many times the people say, "Oh, you cannot be in love, especially if you're long years in marriages, that doesn't happen." And I knew that it's not true. And I many times I said, "This is nonsense. Why would you even say that?" But then it came to me that many times when you say something like this from a perspective of a person who knows that this is not true, you're just saying where you are rather than commenting on how the thing is. So you've got to understand that it's just with everything, because it's exactly as with everything in life, if you talk with someone who is really proficient in something, they'll have the same kind of experience, because it's like, I don't know, meeting like a race driver, someone who's really great at this, and telling him or her that, drifting or doing some, I don't know, driving on ice, it's impossible with my car. They'll just like, they'll look at you and they'll say, what are you talking about? You can drive really old and bad car, and maybe different kind of drifts and kind of things you can do with the old cars. It all depends if it's a front if engine works on the front wheels or back. But every car you can do something and have fun. So what are you talking about? So from their perspective, someone saying that you cannot do something with this car, it's just saying that they cannot do it, or they don't know how to do this. So that's why I want you to understand that it's the same thing, from our perspective on relationship. It's completely doable. You just don't know how to do it. But maybe it's just like with math, and maybe this is maybe be close to home, because I don't know how many of you are doing drifting, but maybe math would be better explanation. Maybe you just hated math or physics or something like this, and whenever someone said this word, you were feeling anxious all of a sudden. But then someone came to you and said, do you like math? You say, no, I hate it. Why? Because I don't understand it. I just cannot deal with it. I cannot just make it work. And they said, oh, listen, I love math, and let me explain it to you. And then they show you this or that, and you say, wow, no one ever explained that to me this way. And then you started to try it on your own. Now, when you understand the rule, which you didn't understand before, and now you start to feel, this is cool, because the whole thing is that it was about matter of understanding rather than the thing itself. So then you can see that you can have emotional reaction, negative or positive one, based on your experience and based on your ability to understand and you deal with something or not. So listen, if you see now that maybe there's something to it, and you need some help with your manhood, being a guy, or with your relationships, listen, I've recorded 40. This is 44th live. Not all of them, but most of them are 10 minutes or more. So I've recorded like 440 minutes of content. So if you divide it, it means that it's like 7 hours, if my math is correct. So listen, even if I would be complete idiot, and even if I completely don't know what I'm talking about, but I was able to make it work in my relationship, then there is a huge percentage of possibility that you'll find there's something for you, and that you will be able to kind of see maybe what you never thought, what you never saw. Maybe you'll find something that no one ever told you before, and maybe you'll be able to do this for yourself. But maybe you don't like this face, maybe you cannot stand my voice. In that case, I would say, kudos to you that you're still watching this video. But you know what I'm saying, just go for someone else. You've got to understand that every generation is doing the same thing. That, because I don't know how many millennia we're on this planet, but every generation has to go and kind of rediscover this whole thing over and over again, because we all want to be in a happy relationship. So what I want you to take from this video is that your ability to be in love and have crush on your wife, even if you're like us, almost 20 years in marriage, it's not about feeling itself. It will come and it will show up when you'll be able to manage your relationship. So if you don't feel it, if you don't have it, and you never did, it means that this is the only one thing that stops you from being in love with your girl, again, is your inability to make your relationship work. So think about it and do something about it. And see you tomorrow.